Hi, Sian. Well, it's that word, simplification. No more walking into a ticket office and finding 3 different machines offering different fares. No more confusion about who is in charge of what. The principal will be putting passengers first, we're told, but they've got a lot of trust to rebuild before that. The trains, the concourses, they might be quiet now, but cast your mind back to pre-pandemic times and the bad memories come flooding back.
Once again, please do grind down inside, use all available space.
We pay quite a lot of money on the trains and they're always late.
It's very hit and miss. You can't really plan your journey.
The service is not meeting the demand.
It's been delayed by COVID, but soon a new organisation, Great British Railways, will be charged with getting that service on track.
You've got to have somebody who says, this is the whole railway across the country, this is how we're going to develop it, this is the way that we're going to collect the fares and where we're going to invest. So the fat controller or the guiding mind behind it, that is Great British Railways.
What this is not is a return to nationalisation, but instead of the freedom to run their own franchises, private companies will be paid a set fee to run a particular service. And then they'll be incentivised to increase passenger numbers and provide a high-quality service. The first stage of the plan targets commuters who will be mixing home and office working as lockdown eases. The flexible season tickets would be stored on your phone or a smart rail card. They'd be valid for travel on any 8 days in a 28-day period. The Department for Transport says 2-day-a-week commuters could save £200 from York to Leeds, £160 from Stafford to Birmingham, or £250 from Woking to London over the course of a year.
I think it's about time, really. They need to get up with the times. People are not going to go into the office every day of the week.
More people will use the trains if it's cheaper, because I think them season passes are expensive.
Rail operators are calling for more.
We think that the best way to get more people back onto the railway and help the economic recovery of Britain is to fundamentally reform the entire fares and ticketing system.
But there's broad support for the principle of simplification.
We could have a railway equivalent to the vaccines task force, where the government chose an expert to lead an organisation that knew what they were doing, gave them the budget to do it, and stepped back.
Flexible fares come in next month. But Great British Railway itself won't be launched until 2023. It will have much to prove.
Tessa, you've spent the day listening to passengers. We heard from some of them. What else have they been saying?
Well, some of the politicians might be talking about whether the rail is really in public or in private hands, but among the passengers, they are all telling me they don't care who runs the railways as long as they run on time, that they're efficient, that they might get a seat, and crucially, that their fare is fair. Now, interestingly, there was no commitment from the government for overall reduction in fares, apart from those promises about more flexibility and more digital options. But these reforms aren't going to come in until 2023 for the most part, so there's plenty to chew over before that.